We should start recording well before we start recording, because then we could just edit the show together. We don't even need to do the recording. Okay. Sorry. Levels.
Levels.
I don't have any levels.
I'm not seeing any levels out of you. I'm seeing mine.
Yeah.
Do
I'm
we think
seeing
it's
yours
actually
go
recording?
by really quick. Real quick. Here, let's just test.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, maybe we don't have a podcast this week.
I said, what's
Cheers.
the worst?
Cool. Hey, I do have for us, I have more escaped animal follow-up this week.
Okay. Usually we say that for, the follow-up, but we don't have anything else for the cold open. So sure, hit me.
Did you see the story about the drunk raccoon that was passed out in the bathroom?
Given your history, I don't even know that I want to say yes to this, but okay, fine. No, I did not. I did not see that.
So this has been all over the news. Honestly, I don't know how you couldn't have seen this. Raccoon breaks into a liquor store the other day, and the pictures are amazing. Rum, moonshine, peanut butter whiskey, just smashed on the floor of the liquor store. And they found the raccoon face down, belly splayed, face down in the bathroom, halfway between the garbage can and the toilet. And the poor little guy wasn't tall enough to reach either one of them.
Jeez.
But its entrance triggered the security system, which led the police and animal control to respond. The animal control officer took it to a shelter. The hangover lasted about an hour and a half. The raccoon, this is from the New York Times, by the way, the raccoon awoke and had no apparent injuries, except perhaps remorse. Thank you, New York Times.
What is this peanut butter? Did you say peanut butter whiskey?
Yes.
What does this peanut butter whiskey taste like? Regret? Okay. All right. Okay, so quick question.
Sure.
That story, that did not take place in Wisconsin, did it?
No, actually it was in Virginia, but what made you think it would be Wisconsin?
Oh, no. I knew it wasn't Wisconsin, because in Wisconsin, breaking into a liquor store, getting trapped, going nuts on all of the alcohol, and then being found passed out, splayed out in a pool of alcohol and who knows what. That doesn't make the, oh, look what happened. That's considered a great Saturday night.
Hi, toddlers. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dwayne Johnson and Todd Prinz, where failure is always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. Recording here from the partial build of the new studio in the new place. Little freaked out about levels. I have no levels, and yours are going like at 10x speed, which makes me think, hey, this is all not regular. You know what? I'm sure it'll be fine. Sure. Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I don't know where this microphone is even plugged into at this point. We're still trying to figure out where anything. What does this light switch do? Poof, power. Oh, that. Why would you? I don't know. I don't understand. Well, there's a light switch down here in the basement. Every time I come in, I keep flipping it off and on. Eventually, Lisa yells from upstairs, "Knock it off!" Anyway, sorry. Thanks, Stephen. Right? Sorry. You're
gonna get a letter. You're gonna get a letter from a lady in Germany, telling you to knock it the hell off.
True story. We've got 2 light switches in this house that we don't know what they do. Anyway.
They wired our house for fans and
Yep.
installed the light switches, but not the fans in two of the bedrooms.
Mm.
So there are light switches that do absolutely nothing
Yeah.
in our house. Yes. I am in a hotel in Tucson and headed home tomorrow morning. So the plan
Excellent.
is the plan is to edit the pod on the plane. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I may have Wi-Fi. I may not. I don't know.
Please tell me this plane has completed its journey. Oh no, we're going to get
No,
to Atlanta. Not that journey. The
no,
other one.
the one that matters.
Yeah.
Let's see. Feedback, follow up, and updates
Yep.
on our 300th episode. Doug from the Idiot Toddlers sent a note. 300 episodes. What a run. I would say be leery of investors pulling their funds to avoid syndication. But you were both well past that, and that type of behavior seems counterintuitive for the good people at the Taylor Center. Normally, a nice person would say, "Here's to 300 more," and that was it. That was the end of the text messages.
Just normally a nice person would.
Right?
Period.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doug. Yep. Toddler number 6.
Yeah.
This last week, folded laundry and watched planes, trains, and automobiles. Todd,
Yes.
did you over Thanksgiving watch? This isn't that part of the show yet, but did you watch planes, trains, and automobiles over Thanksgiving, Todd?
Does driving 600 miles, half of them in a U-Haul, count towards watching automobiles? I, I did not watch it over Thanksgiving. We did have nice Thanksgiving dinner at Don and Yvonne's, and Wrigley invited Preston and Brixton over, so the dogs got to play. So
Oh,
we had a
nice.
nice Thanksgiving dinner with them. Thank you very much. It was a great time. Um, but no, then I was sort of otherwise occupied with moving. So
Yeah,
it's on the list.
it's on.
Maybe I should slow binge it.
Watch like one scene a week
Yeah, well, yeah,
and then report
every night,
back.
every other night, just like 5 minutes. Like, okay, I get it. I get where this is headed.
You're messing with the wrong guy. That's funny to people that have watched the movie. Let's see. Did we
Here's
have
the thing:
any?
I knew enough to know that that was a reference to the movie, but not how. So,
Let's see. Did you have any other feedback?
nope, did not.
We didn't. I didn't get any corrections. We did last week tease a story about a toddler.
Yes, who's famous in an area that we didn't expect.
Absolutely.
How
And
did
we
you how
found
did you find this out? How did you find this out?
his mom posted it on Facebook. And I'm like, well, this seems okay. I'll click on that. It's just, it was something like, hey, that's my son. And then there was this article in, what was it? Vanity Fair?
Fortune.
No, Fortune. Thank you. Fortune magazine.
Yes.
And I'm like, huh, okay, well, it's Josh. I'll click on it. And I start reading. I'm like, wait, what? No, no, what? And then I sent it to you with the
And
note.
I believe I read it and then went, wait, what?
So, according to the article, Josh needed to figure out who was going to qualify for the championship or who was going to make the what were the seedings going to be? Is that what started this? Help me out.
Well, the headline from sorry, it's not Fortune, it's Forbes.
We sit corrected.
Why do we have two of the same starting? Anyway, never mind. That's we're not solving that.
Okay.
It's Forbes. This was published on November 24th, And the headline is How an Iowa State alum and actuary helps decipher college football conference scenarios.
Yeah.
Because the whole tie-breaking system and with games left, who has to beat who in order to move on to the conference championship game, because everyone kind of has different tie-break. It's kind of a complicated system to figure out. So it turns out that people around at least the United States go to a website at notnothing.net. Nice. Jeb.
Absolutely.
Um,
It's not nothing, but it's honest work.
and sorry, as I'm looking at this, I'm like, barely ekes out a profit. Do you have to do that? Anyway, so he had started it by trying to figure out the seeds, which teams would be seeded for the 2003 Big 12 women's basketball tournament. That's where it started.
Okay.
So since then, it has expanded. So it went to women's basketball. Then I believe it went to men's basketball, and then it went to college football. And as it points out, in all of the FBS conferences, except for the two-team Pac-12, the top two teams advance to the league title games on December 5th or December 6th. So Prince's website is essential for understanding who may be playing. On a second-to-last regular season Saturday a year ago, Prince's website had more than 190,000 page views, breaking a record. Between 8 p.m. and midnight, as the games were going on, the website crashed several times.
Oops.
Quote, as veteran college football analyst Andy Staples wrote on X that night, quote, the conference title game tiebreaker site I use is down, and I'm trying not to freak out. So people whose professional job it is to explain to everybody what these results mean and what permutations you could get, they're using Josh's website to keep them up to date because it's too hard for mere mortals.
And as you posited last week, you think people are also are using that website to determine how they may or may not bet on who is going to qualify for said championship game. And I don't think you're wrong.
When it talks about this many people are interested in who's going to make it, yes, college football fans are very excited. But if we ask money or Nazis,
Yes.
It's college football in general. That's a tougher question than you might think. But in this case, where do I put my money down? Money.
Yep.
Yeah. So as the story points out, so he started the various Big 12 women's seeding scenarios and tiebreakers in 2003. In 2006, he added the Big 12 men's basketball. In 2014, he developed the same for the Big 10 men's and women's basketball. And then over the next 6 years, he just kept adding to his website. He had all the Division I men's and women's conferences by 2020. As he points out in the story, I try not to favor men's basketball over women's basketball on my site in any way. So whenever he'd add a conference, he would add both the men's and the women's at the same time. That's fine. And then in 2020, he began adding football conferences. He said something he said likely happened because he had time on his hands during the pandemic. Who says that COVID wasn't good for something? Stop. Don't. I know who says it isn't. And please get out of Washington, D.C. Anyway, by last year, he had all the FBS conferences loaded and noticed traffic spike. In fact, he now draws more interest in football in November heading to the conference tournaments and the college football playoffs than he does with basketball in February entering the league and NCAA tournaments. Yes. The article goes on to say, while Prince himself has been under the radar for the past 20 years, even as his popularity grows, he encourages feedback, even posts on his website to please tweet me or email me any issues. Yeah. So, yeah, apparently this is a key piece of the college football playoff system, and
It's
it is
it's
it,
it is
it's a
pretty
side
cool.
hustle. It's a side hustle that Josh just runs, and he has put a little link on the bottom for his Venmo address, and he basically gets enough money, according to the article, to offset his annual server cost it takes, and enough money to pay for a few pizzas after that. So
It's pretty cool.
it is. Hey, so Josh, quick question. I've got some thoughts about English football that we may want to look at. That they don't have playoffs. It's fine. It's a lot more straightforward. Who has the most points? Anyway, yeah.
See, my suggestion on this was that it should be its own episode at a time that we could have Josh on. And it was met with Josh responded, "This question is for Todd. If UCF beats BYU, West Virginia beats Texas Tech, Arizona State beats Arizona, and Utah beats Kansas, resulting in a four-way tie for first, which team will be the home team in the Big 12 championship game? Which will be the visiting team, and which teams will be left out?" That would be riveting content. The answer is ASU would be home, BYU would be the visitor, and Utah and Texas Tech would. He even answered his own question.
Well, let's be honest. When he posed that question, the only way I was going to answer it was to go to his website to come up with it. So either way, he was answering the question, whether it was him directly or me just parroting what the site said. On the
Oh
other
my
hand,
God.
I mean, good for him. Here's the thing, just keeping up. Hey, Todd, who has an opportunity to play for the Big 12 championship? Let's see, Big 12, that's based in central part of the, yeah. Is it Providence and
Cal,
Cal
right?
State Fullerton? I don't,
Yes.
I don't even know anymore. Anyway, congratulations to the DynoToddler for having that great piece. I mean, did we decide it was Forbes?
Yes.
Yes. Way to go. That is awesome. Who knew? Guys, everybody, we've had a celebrity listening to us the entire time.
Who knew? Yep.
I mean, apparently Josh knew.
Well,
It's not
yes.
nobody,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, and I'm guessing our Tulsa correspondent knew as well.
may have. That's
May have the
entirely
roving Tulsa
entirely
correspondent.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also had something else under follow up?
Yeah. So remember a couple of weeks ago talked about how the Boring Company may have had a a few environmental findings, like I don't know,
Yeah, like
like 100.
800 in a
Yeah,
year,
it was more. It was like
more than
800
one a
in
day.
2 years, so it was more than one a day. Yeah. So yeah, here's a way to get out of some of this. And this story actually comes from Fortune. So in May 20, it says in May 28th, hours after Nevada's Workplace Safety Agency served notice of more than $400,000 of fines, a phone rang at the office of the Nevada governor, Joe Lombardo. The Boring Company president was on the line. They were challenging it. By the very next afternoon, a group of high ranking state officials, including the governor's state infrastructure coordinator, convened in a room with the president of the Boring Company, and there was a conversation. Okay. No one else was in the room where it happened. Anyway, that's going to become important here. At the end of the meeting, all of the $400,000 worth of fines just went away. Just gone.
Huh. Interesting.
Shortly after the meeting, the record that the meeting even took place was also removed from public documentation.
Oh my God.
After that, documents in the case file went away. The evidence supporting the fines left the case file, and the reason for revoking the citations and getting rid of the fines was never entered into the case file. So,
welcome to Vegas. Not Vegas. Welcome to not Vegas.
Yeah, because Vegas said, you're not doing any of this crap under our city because we don't trust you.
Yes, with good reason.
Turns out. Anyway, so some of the fines, and I'm not totally clear because I started to go back to try to figure out, are these the fines I talked about or the other fines I talked about? And there's so many fines of the Boring Company, I can't figure out which ones these are versus the ones we've talked about. Anyway, apparently, if you get fined, all you have to do is call up the governor's office and everything disappears. I will say this, very on brand for, very, very on brand for not Vegas. Hey, I got a problem. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. It'll disappear. Did you say he or it? Either, whatever. Don't worry about it. You know what? Those case files are probably sitting at the bottom of Lake Mead.
They'll surface here in another couple of years.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. For those of you that live in Nevada, your tax dollars at work. Yeah, good for them. You know, I should probably start bringing fun follow-up and not just depressing as hell follow-up. You brought a raccoon that broke into a liquor store and got drunk and passed out, and then and how that's adorable. And I'm talking about how a government agency is just bowing to the will of a corporation. Yeah. All right. You win. You know what? Give yourself a bell. Just give yourself a bell.
Did I say it is a holiday story? Did I say that he drank eggnog too?
I don't think so.
Yeah, drank the eggnog. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's a holiday story.
It's the top 7 Thanksgiving movie of all time.
Probably.
It's right up there with Rocky. Okay.
3 full days. I did a little bit of reading. 3 full days of Rocky happen over Thanksgiving. It is, I mean, it's not a Thanksgiving movie, but Thanksgiving is a focus of part of the story. It's not a Thanksgiving movie. Let's not kid ourselves here. But there is a key Thanksgiving component to the story.
Okay. It's no Die Hard though.
It is no.
Okay. Do we have any Todd's Tech Corner this week? I'm asking if I have anything for Todd's Tech Corner. I didn't bring anything for Todd's Tech Corner. How about you?
I did not.
Okay. How about Dwayne's Technical Corner?
I have not brought anything for Technical Corner either, for the record. I nearly did on Tuesday night, but managed to not.
Okay. All right. Hear me out. I got an idea.
Yeah.
We talked about this recently, a couple of years ago. We had the Russell Wilson Index, TD passes to toilets in his house.
Yes.
Now, admittedly, he had 12 or 14 toilets.
12, I believe, was the number. Yes.
Yeah. You do not have. Last time I was there. Last time that we stayed with you guys, I don't remember seeing 12 toilets. Dwayne, how many toilets do you have in your house?
I have 3.
Okay. All right. So here's what we're now tracking. How far into the season can you get before the number of technicals
exceeds the number of toilets?
Does it make any sense? No.
No. But why should it?
No. Matter of fact, if it made sense, it wouldn't work. I'm not saying this works, but I'm saying that wouldn't work. So, okay, good. We'll keep up. We'll keep up with the ratio.
Okay, we may need to keep a lid on this story.
Jeez, I don't. Oh, I guys, I just realized I made a bad mistake. I just opened us up to all of those. Hey, how was the game this week? Oh yeah, no, I had to flush a guy. Oh.
Yep.
How was your games? How How was your games this week? Oh, we kept it nice and tidy. What? It's tidy bowl.
It was tidy, yeah. Things started to, it got a little wonky. Things kind of started to swirl. We were okay.
That's 3. Nope. Stop. Okay.
That was
cool.
that we hit our limit. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like we should do something else.
Dwayne's never gonna guess it.
Who, me?
Never ever gonna guess it.
I don't know.
No, Dwayne's never gonna guess it.
Yas Queen?
Never ever gonna guess it.
That's right. That sound means that it's time for America's favorite game. It's time for Dwayne Guess a Number. Okay, Todd, what'd you bring this week? Hit me.
Okay. Were you aware that next year that the United States, Canada, and Mexico will be hosting the 2026 World Cup? Yes. Okay. So there's been some outrage, and there's so many stories about this, not about that, but about the other one, but just about the other stuff with the actual soccer. Anyway.
So the International Soccer Peace Prize? Are we going to talk about that? Did we jump to idiots?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So there's been a lot of consternation about ticket pricing for the World Cup and how much ticket pricing and sort of a bait and switch on some stuff. Maybe we'll talk about it when it gets a little closer, because there has been some shady, just ridiculously bad stuff. Now, this isn't going to be about ticket prices. Bear with me for a second. Just to give you some guidance, I'm going to talk about ticket prices here one more time. In the 2022 World Cup, the category 3 ticket, there's usually like 4 categories. Category 3, I think, is the second highest category. If the category for any of those in the group match was a $69 ticket, just I'm trying to give you some sense of how expensive tickets were 4 years ago. Okay. In the last 2 weeks, FIFA has now released parking pass prices for 2026. These matches will be played at your favorite NFL, not your favorite, some people's favorite NFL stadium. Okay. I only gave you the ticket number to understand how much tickets cost 4 years ago compared to just the parking prices. Again, these don't include the match tickets. This is just parking. Dwayne, if you wanted to go to a group stage match in Philadelphia, how much, by the way, parking prices go up as you move further into the tournament.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So if you wanted to go to Philadelphia, to Lincoln Financial Field, and wanted to park in the group stage for a group stage match, how much do you think that parking pass will cost you?
I can tell you, I don't know if this is by comparison, but it's the only reference that I have. A regular season parking pass for one game for the Chicago Bears in downtown Chicago costs us, I believe, $75
per game. Okay.
Per game. So that's that's the only reference that I have.
Okay.
I mean, a group stage match would seem like, I guess, a regular season game, even though it's more important than that. Let's start with that number, because I think it probably goes up from there. $75?
You are right that it goes up from there. You are wrong on the number. You are low.
Of course I am. $125?
You know what? I'll let you give yourself a bell. It's $115.
Dang.
Now,
what's it cost to get into the stadium?
Oh, you have no idea. That's a whole other thing. We'll get.
No, I don't. That's why I asked the question, Todd.
We're going to get to that much closer. I'm going to save that for as we get closer to World Cup.
Okay.
when everybody's caught World Cup fever because nobody's had a vaccination against it. Okay, for that exact same parking place, for the exact same parking spot in the round of 16, which is there's a round of 30, there's a group stage, round of 32, round of 16, and then you move up from there. So that exact same parking pass for round of 16, how much do you think that's going to cost you? Same spot.
Let's double it. $230.
You went way over. That's only $145.
Oh,
only $145 to park for a 90-minute soccer match. Okay. Now we're going to go to Arlington, Texas. Do you know what stadium is there?
Yep.
That's the home of the Cowboys.
Home of the Cowboys, Jerry's house. Yeah.
Yep. AT&T Stadium, which won't be named, I believe, AT&T Stadium. They'll have to rename it because, they didn't pay the money. How much would a ticket there for a stadium that is completely surrounded by parking? Like, it's just nothing but parking lots.
Are they also playing these games at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, also totally surrounded by parking lots?
Yes, they are. Yes. And also, as people have pointed out, almost all of these stadiums, none are not serviced by any public transport at all. You can't get to Arrowhead on public transport.
No, you can't.
You can't get to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. There's no public access or no public transport to AT&T Stadium, etc. Okay, AT&T Stadium quarterfinals. Parking price.
Quarterfinals. It's really close. So I think it has to be. Does it have to be more because it's really close? Or hell, I don't know.
Is it close or is there lots of it? I don't know.
Is it $100 a car?
That is also $145.
Jiminy Christmas.
And in the same location for the semifinal.
$175?
On the nose.
Question.
Yes.
How am I supposed to afford $26 beers when I have to pay $175 for parking? This is why people tailgate.
Couple of other things I just want to include because this then moves into idiots. The 2026 parking passes for the World Cup are non-refundable. And when you buy your parking pass, it is unclear where exactly you are parking. They haven't put up any parking maps to any of the locations. They just say you will get some sort of parking spot. In Miami, which is the Hard Rock Stadium, which we have talked about going to.
Yes, we have.
The parking pass says that it is, the listing says it is an 18-minute, 0.91 mile walk. However, other places say it is 0 miles from the stadium, but when the parking company was contacted, they said the 0 miles is just a placeholder. Parking lots and spaces will be allocated closer to the event. Exact parking details and timings will be confirmed before the match. So, non-refundable. By the way, you don't know you don't know where your team, the draw just took place today. You don't know where your team is playing when the parking went on sale. So if you are coming in from out of the country, you don't even know where to buy the parking pass for. Anyway, things are going good. Oh, so this, you did pretty good. I think you got 2 bells out of that. So,
wow.
That and $175 will get you a parking pass for the semifinals somewhere in the Dallas metro area.
You said this kind of feeds into idiots. What idiot did you bring?
Oh, it doesn't feed into idiots. I was saying the story feeds into idiot. The idiot is, by the way, they're non-refundable and we won't tell you where you're parking, but you have to buy them now. Okay. I was saying more of that. Doesn't technically feed in. I brought a completely different one.
Oh, okay.
What did you bring? And then we'll come back to me.
Well, mine's pretty sure. Do you remember we talked about Nebraska extending Matt Rule recently?
Yes. Yeah.
Nebraska head football coach Matt Rule. I got to
I'm
note
40.
this.
Nope, different guy. Sorry.
No, no.
Unemployed. Okay.
Iowa and Nebraska always play football on Thanksgiving Day, on Black Friday, Thanksgiving weekend, right?
Okay.
It's been the big end of season game ever since Nebraska joined the Big Ten. With the I believe the score was 40-6 this last week. Iowa won, and with that win, Kirk Ferentz has 7 lifetime Big Ten wins at Memorial Stadium. Each of the last 3 coaches in their entire tenure
At Nebraska.
at
For
Nebraska,
Nebraska.
for Nebraska in Memorial Stadium, Matt Rule only has 6 wins. Scott Frost only has 6 wins. Mike Riley only has 6 wins. He gets one crack at it a year, and he has 7 wins every other year. He gets one
Every
crack
other
at
year.
it. He gets one crack at it every other year, and he has more wins in that stadium than any of their last 3 coaches. My idiot is the Nebraska athletic department, who continues to throw good money after bad. Good on them. Stay with it, guys. You're doing a great job.
I'm just wondering where he ranks in all-time Nebraska, all-time coaching victories in Memorial Stadium. Tom Osborne's going to be way up there, but we do know that the Iowa coach does register. A bit earlier this season, about a month ago. Sorry, English football. About a month ago, if you looked at the top goal scorers for Manchester City, number 1 was Erling Haaland, who had like 12. Third place was tied with 6 or 7 Manchester City players who all had 1. The second leading scorer for Manchester City was a Bournemouth player who scored 2 own goals in the same match against Manchester City.
Jesus.
We should sign him. Anyway. All right. Hey, Dwayne, do you have the cuckoo sound ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be a little quiz for you. When I point to you, please play the cuckoo sound, and it's going to be twice. I'm just ready?
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Ready.
going to give you a quote, and I'm going to ask you who said this quote regarding Campbell's soup. We have 4 poor people said that about Campbell's soup.
I'd swear I heard this quote this week. Where did I read that? I'm drawing a blank. I cannot remember.
You might think that would be from somebody who, I don't know, let's say is a vegan or is against somebody from the outside who's against processed foods or something. Nope. That was caught on audio tape by now former company Campbell's Soup vice president, Martin Bally.
Oops.
Who, in talking with somebody, said, we have S for F in poor people. He went on to say, we have expletive that's for poor people. I don't buy expletive Campbell's products barely anymore. He went on to say that it contains bioengineered meat. Now, those comments were recorded in November in 2024.
It took him a year to fire him after this?
Well, it seemed to be a one-to-one conversation with a cybersecurity person who was fired by Campbell's.
Oops.
Who then filed a lawsuit about him being terminated. And as a part of the court case, his audio with the VP of Information Technology. They released in court.
Oh my God.
So the company said it had not heard of the lawsuit. Had not learned of the recording until it learned of the lawsuit on November 20th. Quote, neither Mr. Garza nor his lawyer ever notified us the existence of the recording. So they became aware of it in November 20th as a part of the lawsuit. On November 26th, Campbell's issued a statement. After review, we believe the voice on the recording is in fact Martin Bally. The comments were vulgar, offensive, and false, and we apologize for the hurt they have caused. This behavior does not reflect our values and the culture of our company, and we will not tolerate that kind of language under any circumstances. As of November 25th, Mr. Bally is no longer employed by the company.
Meanwhile, anybody want some soup?
Yeah, it's a real bad look when a vice president of your company, again, by the way, he went after the product and the people who buy the product.
Wow.
Way to
That
go,
may be
Martin.
one of the best idiot stories we've had on here.
I got to tell you what, man, you gotta keep a close eye on your IT executives because they'll screw you up.
They know where the bodies are buried.
Where the effing bodies are buried.
Yes.
Have you been watching anything good?
Yeah, actually, I added a new subscription to our service. There was a Black Friday sale that I could add MGM Plus to our Amazon Prime account for $2 a month for the next 2 months or something like that.
Okay.
And hosted on MGM Plus was a Robert Redford movie, 3 Days of the Condor, which is on
excellent movie.
It is an excellent movie. And
how do you know they will publish it? How do you know they will publish it?
It's so good. And then also on MGM Plus is a series, a 2-season series called Condor, which is based on the same premise, same book. The original book was 6 Days of the Condor. That would have made too long of a movie, so they only made 3 Days of the Condor. And then when it came time to make it into a TV series, it's just called Condor. But the elements are the same. The guy's a CIA agent. He discovers something that he probably shouldn't have. Everybody in his office is killed. He's on the run. It's not a spoiler alert. This is how the story works. Anyway, it is really, really good. And some of the lines are verbatim because they're the best lines. The best lines are absolutely verbatim, and it's fantastic. I am on episode 9 of season 1, and I am really curious as to where this is going to go because I never read the book. So I'm very curious, but for $2.99, you too can join MGM Plus and watch 3 Days of the Condor, and it's really good.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay.
How about you?
All right.
What are you watching?
We've been really busy. Haven't watched
Yeah.
a lot. And this will give you an insight. One of the things that we've watched is the trailer. Yes, I'm just saying that we watched a movie trailer, and that counts now. Whatever.
It's not the first. Nope. Yeah, this has counted for quite a while, Todd. This is not the first time that we've recommended trailers on this podcast.
Yes. Have you seen the trailer for Project Hail Mary that is coming out in March of 2026?
Is that a Tom Brady joint?
It is not. No.
Okay. No, I got nothing.
Tyrese instead. Nope, not that.
No.
So, Andy Weir, the author who wrote The Martian, The Martian was his first book. The third book is Project Hail Mary. Excellent book. Read it as soon as it came out. Really, really enjoyed it. It was optioned right away. Ryan Gosling plays the lead. It is being directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who I believe have done quite a number of other bigger movies. Anyway, there's a trailer out there about this. If you enjoyed The Martian, the movie with Matt Damon. I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. The book was great. Anyway, we watched that.
What's the premise?
So
In
I
50 words
wouldn't.
or less?
Well, let me put it this way: I wouldn't give away as much as the trailers give away.
Ever?
The author actually had to address what was given away in the trailer and said we had a lot of meetings about it. Premise: the sun is dying. We need to figure this out. They get a high school teacher who happens to have a PhD in astrobiochemistry or something, put him on a spaceship, goes out. While out there, encounters an alien, and the two of them have to learn how to communicate. The alien's world, their star is also dying, and they have to figure out a way to work together to save both of their worlds. But if you remember The Martian, there's a lot of scenes of, oh, well, thank God that's safe, or that's finally solved. Black, well, I'm about to die. That's no longer solved. There's a humor to Andy Weir books. This also has a lot of humor,
A lot of that.
especially when you have an alien that they need to figure out how to communicate. The other thing, and because I've been doing some driving, I got to listen to some podcasts, not ours, but some others. You have a podcast?
I don't read this newspaper.
Yeah. So I've talked about The Town with Matt Bellany on here before. He covers Hollywood. He recently had a 2-episode, each of them about 30 minutes. He had an interview with James Cameron.
Oh.
Very interesting, talking about Avatar, but talking about other stuff. The second episode gets into all sorts of stuff. Matt doesn't pull any punches, asking about how, hey, you were known for being difficult to work with. Jim, I wasn't difficult to work with. I was an asshole. How much did this movie cost? Not me to tell you, but the way that he categorizes how much Avatar 3 costs is how you and I would refer to it. He also talks about rumors that Matthew McConaughey, who auditioned for Titanic, the rumor is that Matthew McConaughey refused to do a second take for him in the audition, and he discusses what actually happened. It's actually pretty good. He also talks about at one point, and this is the stuff you're like, I wish I had more. Guillermo del Toro loves putting together little models and figurines and stuff, and he literally, James at one point says, yeah, so there's this point where it was Guillermo, I think it was JJ, Steven, and him were all over at Guillermo's house, all building models of different. And he's like, yeah, I probably shouldn't talk about that. Like these really famous Steven, by the way, Spielberg. All of these directors that apparently just hang out and just build models. It's very interesting. It's a different side of him. Anyway, I don't know that I mean, I can recommend it, sure, but I also listened to it and I found it incredibly interesting for somebody who was willing to actually talk about stuff, not just give the regular pat answer. I'm just taking one movie at a time. You know, we're on here. We just have a next cinematographer up mentality. Yeah,
and this is The Town. Anywhere you can get your
town.
pods.
Yeah, anywhere
Okay.
you get the pods.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Huh.
Where are we at? Oh, what did we learn this week? I'll go first.
Okay, because I'm going to laugh all the way through mine. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. But yours is good. So I believe when last we recorded, what I learned was it last or was it a couple of weeks ago? What I learned was the only thing worse than going to a car dealer is going to a car dealer's website.
Yes. Yeah, that was,
Yes.
Yep.
There's been movement. A car has been purchased.
Okay.
We bought it today, hours ago. We bought it. In case anybody's wondering, we went through CarMax offline.
As
You had talked about that.
Yep.
You what?
As predicted. Yes.
Yes. So we went through CarMax. This is our second car through CarMax. If you want to buy a used car, CarMax is you just go in, you just look at the cars, whatever. That's fine.
It's like Target. It's Target for cars.
Yeah. Here's the price. Do you want it? I'll check it out. That's fine. Hey, do you want the extended warranty? No. Okay, cool. Whatever. We make money selling cars. That's not what I learned. CarMax is good. That's not what I learned. However, they had offered us some financing, and it wasn't as good of a rate as we thought we could get. And so they said, you know, you can go anywhere you want. So we went to the credit union that we have one of our car loans with already. We've had it there a year and a half. Okay. We have a car loan there. We've got another account with them. Like there's a car loan, there's a savings account or something. Anyway.
A share. Yeah. So, everybody has a share account because it's a credit union.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because we're owners. Do you have any idea who I am? I own this place. Anyway, so Lisa goes through and Lisa does all the work here, right? So I don't know if there's a theme here. Lisa's doing 98% of the work on this. So she goes through, she applies for it. We get a much better interest rate than we're going to get from CarMax. That's awesome. Everything's fine. And then they're like, boy, it's not showing. They tell her, hey, you're approved, but it's not showing up on our account that we're approved for this loan. And we don't have you're approved email, but she's been told by a loan officer that you're approved. So there's texting, there's calling, and the loan officer tells us, yeah, it's caught up with the security department. Okay, well, that's weird. He's like, yeah, so Lisa had to get on the phone and talk with him, and he literally kind of did I'm going to quiz you on your credit record, which it's like those when you try to register for a website and they ask you, like he was doing that verbally across the phone with us. Then I had to get on and he's like, hey, when did you open your account with us? I don't know. When did we buy the car? It was this date. Can you tell me some of the financial institutions you have loans at? I don't know, more than I want. Anyway, that's fine. But then we get to this thing. The security office needs to see your social security card.
Like the original one?
Sorry, what? You mean like a passport with my photo to prove how No. They need to see your social security card. And so you either need to take it into a branch and physically show them your card, the paper card with the number typed on it that doesn't have a photo ID, whatever, right. Or you need to like photocopy it and then upload it, but you can't take a picture of it and upload it. It has to be a photocopy. We're moving. Where's my social security card? Turns out mine's here. Lisa's is in St. George.
Of course it is.
However, she has a scan of it. So we upload the scan and she photocopies mine and then scan. So she photocopies mine and then scans the photocopy, uploads them. 30 minutes later from the security office. Nope. You're going to need to you have to bring in your physical both of you have to bring in your physical social security card to a branch before we will give you this loan. Who does that? I bought a house via DocuSign without showing but here's what I learned. Number one, paper social security cards, still a thing. Number two, the credit union we use, who already gave us a car loan. They don't have a problem with our credit. They just want to see a paper social security card at a branch, or you don't get a loan.
Right?
Here's what I also learned. The credit union didn't get the loan because we needed to buy the car today. So thank you very much. We now have to go someplace else. Anyway, so that's what I learned is, hey, everybody, do you know where your social security card is? Apparently, somebody may want to see it.
If you wait a month, you can transfer that loan to the credit union and they'll probably give you a $400 credit. Because out here, they're always advertising. Our credit union is constantly advertising, hey, transfer your car loan to us and we'll give you blah, 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 and whatever. I don't know. Anyway.
That's actually our plan. We don't have to make a payment for 45 days. I see how this is going to work.
We're going to make one payment.
We will be insane. We will be at the other at the undisclosed location where Lisa can get her card, and then we can come back up here and we can then show them our yes. So when I'm all talking big, like, well, they didn't get the loan today. They are going to get the loan, however, because it will save us money. Oh, what else did I learn? Yeah, I'm pissed off, and they're still going to win. How about you? What did you learn?
So flying to Tucson, I went through Minneapolis, and I had a 3.5-hour layover,
which is just enough time to get from the A gate to the F gate in Minneapolis.
That's not wrong. So I went to the Sky Lounge in C, and
the small crappy one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. This was not the effing good lounge. This was not, gee, this is a nice lounge. I can see why people don't go to this lounge.
Yep.
And it was a 6:50 flight. So I was up in Minneapolis by, I don't know, 7:45, and I had 3 hours in the airport, and I was headed to Tucson where I had to work. I'm not going to drink. So I'm just sitting there. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm getting a bunch of work done, but I am literally 4 steps from the bar. And I texted you Wednesday morning, sitting in the Minneapolis Sky Lounge. In the last 40 minutes, the bartender has popped 3 bottles of champagne for mimosas on a Wednesday morning. The Delta numbers on that quiz that you gave me a year ago are total bullshit.
Technically speaking, it was American.
Oh. So what you're saying is...
maybe the drunks fly Delta.
Okay. And then, let's see, 19 minutes later, pop number 4. 9 minutes later, Jesus, that's pop number 5. 9 minutes. 9 minutes between champagne bottles. I'm like, there's no way that the numbers in that survey, they were extraordinarily low. They went through so much champagne on a Wednesday morning. What I learned this week was how much champagne and mimosas get consumed on a Wednesday morning in Minneapolis. I know it was cold, but I mean, come on, people.
And it's not that big of a lounge.
No, it's not. Sweet Lord.
Here's the thing. I paid a lot of money for this credit card and to get into this stupid lounge. And I'm going to be honest, the bar mix isn't making up for it. So I'm going to get my entire $795 annual fee back on my Amex today.
Because we're getting towards the end of the year, and I want to make sure that I get my money's worth out of those. The music is Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with visiting car buyer Todd Prinz. Wherever you get your pods, just search Talkin' and the number 2. There is no G and no space. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. You can try and stop by and see us at the undisclosed location, but he's not there very often. Thanks to our listeners, our supporters, and our contributors. We appreciate you. And as always, you can send your feedback to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
First of all, that just reminds me, I need to make sure the alarm is set at the undisclosed location now that you pointed out that I'm not there that often. We got to talk about OPSEC, man. We got to talk about OPSEC. However, what I was really thinking about was, hey, DynoToddler, hey, Josh, with the data points that Dwayne gave you, could you come up with a website that predicts how many bottles of champagne are used in Delta Sky Clubs on any given day, and then project when will we pop like the 25th bottle or whatever? Again, please, This is entertainment purposes only. No wagering. But I'd like to see that website.
It's not nothing.
Is there a tiebreaker to figure out who's going to win or lose? I can tell the person who had 7 mimosas, they're going to lose. Actually, the people sitting next to them on their flight are the losers.
They're passed out on the bathroom floor right next to the drunk raccoon. There you go. Oh my God. I'm sure we're going to have something to clean up next week after all of that. Until then, we'll be back. We're here. We're talking to Todd.
Also from Mr. Bally in the recordings, quote, I don't want to eat an expletive, a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. Do you? Campbell's Company said in its statement that chicken mince meat soups comes from long-trusted USDA-approved U.S. suppliers that meets our high-quality standards. All of our soups are made with no antibiotics ever chicken meat. Any claims the contrary are completely false. I can't believe that we have to issue a statement saying that we don't use bioengineered printed 3D meat. And yet we probably should, because if we don't deny it...
Right? You
didn't say no.
That chicken will run around all day. Yeah.
Person in Campbell's Soup PR. What am I even doing with my life? Good. We don't use 3D printed meat. God, I hate Reddit.
Oh, my God.